Hello, calculus fans. Okay, so let's find all points on the curve defined by y equals 1 plus 2e to the x minus 3x, where the tangent line has slope 4. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to have to compute a derivative, and we'll set that derivative equal to 4. So when we compute the derivative, we get 2e to the x minus 3. All right, so we can look at each piece. When we differentiate the 1, we get a 0 because differentiating a constant gives you nothing. Remember that the derivative of e to the x is just e to the x, and then that multiplicative constant in front just comes along for the ride. So you'll just have 2e to the x. And then the last piece, the minus 3x, well, that's just a polynomial, so you can use the power rule, and you just end up with 3. So we want to set this derivative equal to 4 and use that to solve for x. Okay, so here's the equation that we want to solve. We're taking that derivative and setting it equal to 4. Remember, the 4 comes from the given information. We want to have slope 4. Okay, so we move the 3 to the other side. We get 2e to the x is equal to 7. Divide by 2, we got e to the x equal to 7 halves. And so that means x is equal to the natural log of 7 halves. Okay, so that we got our x coordinate. And now we need to find the y coordinate. We'll just plug this value of x back into the original equation. And so if we go ahead and plug x equals log of 7 halves back into here, we'll get y equals 1 plus 2e to the log 7 halves minus 3 log 7 halves. This can be simplified because e to the log 7 halves, that's just 7 halves because e and the log are inverses of each other. And so that 2 times 7 halves just turns into 7. So we can get our final expression for the y value. It's just going to be 8 minus 3 log of 7 halves. All right, so we got our x value. Now we got our y value. And so that's the point on the curve. There'll only be one such point where the tangent line has slope 4. Okay, so if we write it as a point, x comma y, it would look like that. There's only one such point where the tangent line has slope 4, and this is it. Okay, that's all for now.